Hello again. Welcome to part 3 of the series Opinion Writing. In the last part, we talked about how we can use certain words and certain phrases to express and share our ideas. In this part, what we will be doing is we'll be looking at some topics where we could either agree or disagree on the idea. And this is going to help us in two ways. One, it will give us an opportunity to use or practice some of those phrases that we were talking about. And the other thing that's going to help us, it's going to act as sparks. So what I call sparks are these ideas that when we hear or listen to, it inspires us to think about and come up with ideas and opinions of our own. So let's start looking at some of the topics. So do you agree or disagree? Here's the first one. Pepperoni is the best pizza topping. Video games are better than board games. I really love this one because I think this is a perfect example of thinking about opinion writing where you could stay neutral. I know we have been talking about either you can agree or disagree, but opinion writing is so much more than just agreeing or disagreeing. You can have a topic where you could decide that it completely depends on the situation or the scenario where you could agree on a certain topic or disagree. And so at the end of your reasoning, you could actually say that I am going to stay neutral, or it all depends on the situation. I don't think either video games are better or board games are better. So anyways, just remember that when you start to write your own opinion piece, you could always take a neutral stance, which means you don't exactly agree or disagree with the topic, and there are pros and cons to each argument. The other one is summer is better than winter. I try to add some silly and some fun ones, but I think this is also something very interesting just because we're going through summer, and where I am right now, there's actually a heat wave that is happening. Flying is the best superpower. Teachers should be replaced by computers. I thought this was interesting too because of the of how relevant it is in times that we live right now because of the pandemic. We have been doing online classes, and we have been sitting in front of computer and Zoom, and we have been speaking with our teachers. So sometimes it has made us wonder, what is the role of teachers in a classroom or in an online classroom? Because there are also so many different apps and games that actually help us do our math, practice our reading. So anyways, this is a good one to practice. It's better to be good at academics than to be good at sports. Homework should be banned in schools. So this was pretty popular with my class because a lot of the campers there definitely thought that there should be no homework, but you could go either way. Students should be allowed to use phones in class. I think this is very interesting too. Kids under 13 should be allowed to use social media sites like TikTok, Instagram, and Snapchat. Books are better than the movies that are made from them. This is another fun one because I think there are so many movies out there. For example, the few that come to my mind are Harry Potter, The Lord of the Rings, Percy Jackson. They all have their own books, but they also have been made into movies. If you decide to write on this one, I would love to hear, because I have my own opinion about this, but I would love to hear what you think. Playing video games makes you smarter. So I know there are so many options, so many video games that are available today. Some of them are really educational, some of them are really fun, some of them allow us to work in teams. So this is another one where you could argue either in support of it or against it, or you could stay neutral. So anyways, those are certain examples that actually help us kind of come up with our own opinion or idea. The next thing that I would love to bring up is to give you what I call an opinion writing mind map. So this is what an opinion writing mind map looks like. So we use a structure called OREO, which just means that there will be an opinion, and then it should be followed by a reason, which must be supported by an example. And then you kind of repeat that. Best practice to a good opinion piece is it must at least have three reasonings why you support that particular opinion or why you are speaking about that particular idea. And then each reason should be supported by an example. So I'm sure you have a printout of this template or a mind map. So when you start to choose your own idea, I want you to write down the idea on the top. So your idea kind of goes on the top where opinion is. And then you come up with reason. And I know this particular template just has space for two reasons, but you can continue in the back of the page to just make notes. Don't think of this particular page as your final opinion piece, but this is a mind map where you just take notes of what you are thinking, what's your high level idea, and then give some examples. So examples are real life scenarios or evidence situations that actually has happened, which supports the reason. So that's it. Come up with your own idea. Use these ideas that I shared, or look around, read a few books, and think how it can help you come up with your own opinion that you can write. And use this mind map to actually note down some of the reasons and examples that support your opinion. Have fun writing, and I'll see you in the next video.